do.
Woohoo! Hello, Sparkle Girls. I'm
Hi,
Gwendolyn.
Sparkles. I'm Jeannie.
I'm Giovanna.
Welcome to the Sparkles Show.
Sexy magic.
We're here.
We are the sexy girls in the light. We shine so bright.
The rockets are flying.
Ride the wave.
Ride the
Ride
rocket
carpet magic. Woo.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do they have a red carpet emoji? They need a red carpet emoji.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Mm.
Do you want to bring us in for a little meditation, Jeannie?
Yeah. Let's go from our head to our hearts and see what's bubbling up from the divine wellspring of love we are. Take a big deep breath in, slide down into your heart. It's all cushy and yummy and filled with just joyful expectation. Mm.
Mm.
Sink into the now moment in each moment.
What's drawing me in the now moment is to tell you guys this thing that happened a couple months ago where I was driving out to my land and I thought, how did this happen that as this child, I dedicated my life to foreign missions and I only wanted to be, the good person God wanted me to be. And how did I attract, like a fire in Manhattan, a fire at my land that destroyed everything, a shipwreck in Sausalito, stolen spa in a low, in Incline, lost home to foreclosure in Tahoe, lost my son, 8 jobs fired from, on and on. That's just the beginning. And I thought, how did that happen? And I realized what it was. I had, and of course I had been taught to believe this, but I thought life was harsh. I thought the universe was mean. And especially if I shone my light bright, I was destined to be a martyr because that's what happens, to those Jesus people. And so I realized that that was violence. I was doing violence to the universe, and it had to be that way. It had to be as I had perceived it. And so I started just like seeing everything as love and knowing everything is great and happening for me. So the first thing that happened instantly, pretty much when I had this thought, I had my car key pretty hardwired onto my ring and it just clatters to the parking lot floor at Trader Joe's. And I'm like, cool. What's going to happen from this? At least I have my other keys. Well, I look and I don't have my storage keys. My storage keys hold the tools that I was going out to my land to dig out the poison oak and the star thistle. And so I'm like, cool, something great is going to happen from this. And I drive out there, and it turns out that the next morning when I go to the hardware store to get the tools that I have to replace now because I couldn't access them, there's a new herbicide that in the past 33 years since I've owned this land did not exist because I would never use glyphosate, but this is vinegar and salt. And for like $130, you can get like 5 years worth. And so it was amazing. I don't have to get the poison oak on me, which I would always horribly get. And it's just so much easier and so nice. So that was amazing, right? And I go to my land and always the other thing that I need my tools for is there's been a fire and there's always pretty much a burnt tree that has fallen in the wind over my road that I have to like wedge with a stick or something, some way get it off the road. And usually a handsaw, right? Well, I didn't have that either, right? And so I go out there and I pass my neighbor as I'm coming out. He's on his way to the dentist, and I get to my road, and not only is there a tree across it, it's a tree my neighbor cut and dropped, knowing I was going to come there because he let a fire get out of the way, and the fire went through the roots and up the base of this tree, and they put it out. He didn't get fined because his helper was her daughter's roommate, works at Cal Fire. So he didn't get like $30,000 fine for that. Anyway, I go and I get the helper because there's no, I don't have any tools. Like there's no way for me to move this. Well, not only does she, who I've never met, Peggy, turn out to be this amazing friend. She has a resort in Belize. We just like bond instantly. And over many things, young lovers and other great things. And she helps me with this whole tree and even beyond what she needed to. And then um, it turns out that, hang on, I forgot. There we go. So then I get down to my land, I do my thing, and I'm leaving and I'm taking the back road and there's this I really have to pee in this little town and I've just been shown their main street is off the main drag off the highway. So I go and I'm looking and there's this beautiful Blue Mountain Consortium. It's a community center. And so it's all painted blue and there's like Alice in Wonderland doors and it's all like decorated. And I go in and they're like, sure, use our bathroom. And this is at 4:55 on Thursday. And they go, well, at 5 o'clock on Thursday, we serve a community dinner. So why don't you stay? Right. So I had this wonderful, healthy meal. And it's really cool because a lot of free meals can be very depressing and like homeless energy. No, this was like a Burning Man scene. This was like this little young teenagers like playing some game with this old man and they're really in it. And, like this, just like this really cool. People are doing little crafts. And so I'm getting chills just thinking about it. And so then it turns out that Melissa, who runs the meal program, is Peggy, who helped me with the roads, good friend and tenant. They both live kind of halfway between these two towns. And so then the next day, Peggy texts me and says, you've got to reach out to Melissa and her husband to come and be your caretakers at your land. Right. And so that hasn't happened yet. It hasn't, maybe won't, but there's something wonderful and special in it. And it just reminds me of those realities which are the norm. It's unusual to have money and property and work and all of those things. And in the universe, everyone just reflects back positively, whatever happens. So it has to reflect back positively to them, right? So I just wanted to share that with you because it was so clear,
It's like a story, like you're just like the storybook of like wherever you go, it was like you're having what you're wanting and you're needing, like it just shows up.
Yes,
Like, and it's even more like, wow, I'm getting a free meal and blah blah blah. Like just all these things is like yummy and deliciously unfolding for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and just seeing things in totally new light, like the things that I was, like I thought this was like a redneck area, but no, there's all these cool people,
It's like the difference of like like your limited story,
Yeah.
or whatever, you know what I mean? Or just being open.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh. And then basking in when these things do show up, like, wow, I didn't know this was possible. Like this, how could I actually think that this would have happened? Because you allowed it in, you allowed it to happen. You're in your frequency of like attracting it, like,
How could I have you two in my life? How could that be? It's just so wonderful.
and
Just
share
allow
it.
it.
Yeah, it's like the other day at dinner. Yeah, the other day at dinner, Nikola Tesla came in as a subject of conversation, and he famously said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in frequency and vibration. And that's what you just did, is you were in a vibration of duality. It's good or bad, and it's just, look at how terrible it is.
Yeah.
And that's the frequency that's going to reflect back to you, right?
Yeah,
and then you realize, you're like, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm choosing love because that's who I am. And then you move into that different, you're now more aware of the frequency and vibration that you are in your truth. And then it's just reflecting. It's just reflecting back, and you can ride that wave. Yeah.
And all those past events now are like a cartoon. They're like, oh, that was funny. That happened. Okay. Like or maybe they didn't happen at all. Maybe from the present moment, they're
And you're creating it, just like Tom says about recreating the now moment, because you're now like, you're changing the whole script behind you if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, everything that happened up until then, did it happen that way, or is it happening like how you're seeing it?
Yeah.
Or like,
like that movie that Tom always brings forward is Solaris with George Clooney back in 2002 or something.
Yes.
And it's really cool because he says such a great line. He goes, I remembered it all wrong. Like, it's such a powerful thing, because now his, supposedly dead wife is here with him, and he's like, are we alive or dead? And she's like, we don't have to think that way anymore. And he cut his finger at the beginning scene of the movie, cuts his finger, and it bleeds and it's cut, right? And then in the closing scenes, he cuts his finger again and it heals instantly, because he's realized there's only love. I am whole and complete right here and now, as soon as I stop the story that's saying anything else. It's
wow.
And I just want to take a moment to say all of that string of things that I mentioned is in the dustbin of the universe, and it's all being re-remembered into this beautiful, loving life of joy and privilege and play and having fun and being treasured, you know?
And it's all here. Like,
and that's how easy it is, right? Is just
like, even when I was talking about the hugs, about like the story of the hugs of like coming through me, and it was like within one day, it was like I didn't even know this lady, and then Gwendalyn, you mentioned that's Amma, and then Matilda said that's Amma, and then in my Gina group, someone else said that's Amma. Like, it's already done. So it's like everything that we can think of, it's already done. It's just like claiming that version of it now. Like, it's all these different multiverse realities. What are you claiming now? Like, am I claiming the like sad 5-year-old of myself? You know what I mean? Like, claiming like, wait, I'm super happy. I've always been super happy. I'm like, even my mother, did I lose her at the age of 16 or no? Like, she just opened up these doors of new magic, like dimensions for me. Like, it was never wrong that she went or died or whatever. It was like opened up. This was the story that I was playing, and she opened up this other universe for me to be like, wow, like whatever reality you want. She didn't go anywhere. She was still here. She just didn't have she just went into the formless. Like,
and Giovanna, I don't know of anyone that I've ever heard that by hugging someone could bring their departed through,
I guess Amma was wasn't you just saying that she just
hugs you? Yeah, and it's lovely, but it's not what you do.
Oh, okay. But they always say like whatever we've doing, it's been done before, or we're just claiming that reality, right? Like, because why couldn't it be possible?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I be a portal for like, people can do trans mediumship and people can like evidence and whatever, and I'm this joy and I'm open and my heart is this. If I believe it to be true, why couldn't? Like, we are summoning energy into form. So couldn't I not just this powerful, beautiful body that I am and connected to earth and allow them to just be that door?
Yeah.
To like hug, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just saying how amazing that is.
Or hug, or be the new Botox hug. Like, I'm the 29 ageless girl that doesn't age, and so when you hug me, I'm just sending the frequency of like youthful energy through you. Plus, we can dial in your loved one. We can like whatever you want, right? I'm like possibilities portal for whatever, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Well, and you're the way shower, right? You're the one showing it. You're the one saying, hug every cell of you, that, you're that youthful, vibrant self. Like, claim the story you want. Claim the story that your loved ones, because your loved ones are here, and it's only your belief and expectation that they're not is keeping the vision from you. And you're proving that they're right here, and they can hug you, and they can touch you, and you can see them.
And I just came to the conclusion, like, wait, it was my belief that there was even rules to that. There is no rules. I am
no rules.
World.
It's all limited beliefs.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's my belief. Oh my gosh, I'm now showing up as the portal to all creation, all infinite possibilities, all.
Yeah.
And now I get to go to Europe and go play over there. These possibilities, like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like.
And this is what Gwendolyn just brought forward with this the old story, the one she no longer is choosing to remember in that way, and the new story. This is the choice that we make in every moment of now, because the only truth is we each exist, and every single belief and perception and everything is a choice.
Yes.
But we didn't know that until you know that.
Yes.
And then it's just staying present and going, oh, you know what? That doesn't feel good. I'm going to choose love. Oh yeah. Oh, I see how that's a choice that I'm making. I didn't realize it. You don't realize it's a story until you realize it's a story. And then you stay present enough to no longer choose that story. You choose again, you choose again, you choose again, you choose again. And boom, you're living a magical, amazing life.
Every thought that comes through, it's our thought, good or bad. It's like I'm having this thought of whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, everything is possible. It's just like, am I claiming the thought or not? Like, do I want the magic show or not?
I am limitless. Yeah.
And you know,
and what do you want?
Comes back,
exactly. What do you want?
It comes back to frequency, Jeannie, because it's all frequency. It's so beautiful what you said.
And even like frequency.
And I just had the download of like us going like in Go Check, they're setting up these like this day of riding these horses, these beautiful horses on the water. And I'm thinking, we're goddesses. We're being reunited with our unicorns or our horses or
yes. You know, my horse has been talking to me already.
And that's what I'm like, we can have it all. We can have it all. It's calling me in to go ride my horse, to go reunite with my beautiful being that you see as a child, like with the wings. And if you're drawn to it, I was drawn to it as soon as Leah put it in the group about having this magical venture with these horses. And I was like, yeah, like.
Yeah. My goodness.
Wow.
So beautiful. And what's so beautiful is that by us living it and just being it, everyone that sees this gets it. It's a vibrational frequency transfer, automatic.
I love it.
You shine so bright. You sparkle. I
just love our solo show. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So good.
The triple up us in the frequency.
You sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
I love how we start with one thing and then it all weaves together.
Yeah, right, into something completely
beautiful.
new.
Oh my god.
It's so beautiful.
It just wow.
Love you, ladies. Love you. All the whole Sparkle Show audience. Thank you so much.
Love you.